Hey, welcome to my channel. I know it's been forever and a day, but anyway, as you can see, I do have a new hair look. Yes, I cut my hair, and so as you can see by the video title, that's what I want to talk about. But as it relates to marriage, and it's how to ask your spouse about cutting your hair, essentially. And so here goes. I don't have any, I have kind of written some things down, wanted to kind of talk about or touch on. But this is gonna be a, if you will, no notes following kind of video, just a chit chat, because I think that people have different thinking process about talking to their spouse about cutting their hair. And with me specifically, it's like, how did I do that? Well, when I first met my husband, my hair was a short haircut, or excuse me, a short hairstyle, and but not like this, and that was that. Okay, so then time went on, and I actually, in the early still stage of our relationship, I actually shaved the sides of my hair, and then I had to kind of get used to what I had just done. But I remember when I did that, I'm sure I mentioned it, I really don't even remember at this point, but we were dating at that point, and I made this change. Okay, I cut the sides of my hair. The biggest thing is that when I started to get comfortable with different hairstyles, things like that, and I felt comfortable and confident in the look that I had basically, made happen, he was comfortable with it. It was mostly when I didn't look so comfortable, like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with my hair today, that he may have also kind of looked like, okay, but he was, did not really make any comments about it. So asking for permission, it's a very interesting thing. And even this word permission, and as it relates to marriage, and women just lose their minds when it comes to like permission and husband. It's like, nobody tell me what to do, that kind of thinking. I really had talked about it a lot, about me cutting my hair. I'm like, I really like this look, I like that look, see this, what do you think, whatever. And so he finally was like saying, okay, like, if you want to cut your hair, that's totally fine. Now granted, I wasn't really asking for permission. I will say that I had cut my hair, rewind back to 2010, and it was cut like how it is right now. And of course it grew out, things like that. And so when I encountered him, my hair was not like this, but I had really wanted to cut my hair before I met him, my husband, and I just didn't. I think just to go back to doing that again, I just didn't. I don't really have a reason. But I think, it's not really about this permission thing for people to get so weird and worked up about. It's just talking to the person that you say is your best friend, the person that you say that you love, that you hopefully like as well, and vice versa, that you would just say, you know what, this is what I'm thinking. This is what's on my heart. Like, it's like, I don't know what has happened to some of the thinking of people with regard to marriages, where it's like, this is my hairstyle and this is what I'm gonna do, and you just gonna live with it, or you not. I just think it's unnecessary. Like, give your own self some peace, okay? It's not even that deep, okay? I like to think that, for myself, of course, I mentioned I cut my hair in 2010, but for someone, they may have never cut their hair, right? And this would be their first time. So for them, they may need a different kind of, maybe they need to go about it a different kind of way. But I just think when we're talking about spouse, that's something totally different, because you're married to the person. But even before you're married, I think if you can't be courteous to the person that you say you want to spend the rest of your life with, that's really silly. And it's just unnecessary, I think, to feel like, even go into that mode of like defensive, like, oh no one tells me what to do with my hair, that kind of thing. And I just think that it doesn't have to be that way. And hopefully, if you married someone who is your best friend, I mean, things can still happen, but that he would be understanding to even maybe ask, why do you want to do that? And not just like, no, because I'm sure there's a reason you would want to do it. Maybe you could just say, I desire to cut my hair. It's been a long time, I've always had it this way, and I really feel like I'm ready for a change. And hopefully where there's love like that, it will be reciprocated. And if you're not even married and you feel like it's gonna be a tension and it's gonna be a whole situation, then you really need to reevaluate not just the relationship piece, but like the communication piece, where someone you just don't feel like can understand it, to the point that you're gonna feel like you're being kept from doing something that you want to do. And I just think it's not a big deal. The hair grows back, you know, and for me, it was just bringing it to his attention, showing him different looks, and just letting him know I just wanted a different look. I just didn't want to have to deal with my hair, especially after I had my little one, you know. I just didn't, as I was saying before my phone cut off, basically taking care of my little one, it was just becoming a bit much. And so in conclusion, you know, husband was totally receptive to it. And it didn't even have to be a permission thing. It's more of like a conversation. So how do you ask your spouse? Have a conversation about it. And dialogue about it. You know, if it's something that's you want to do, something that's on your heart, or you feel just like, you know what, I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to do something different. What is the big deal talking to your best friend, your loved one, your spouse, your husband, you know, to cut your hair? So anyway, I think go about it that way, and not in a place of feeling like there needs to be some kind of tension. I got to tell you what I'm going to do and what you're going to accept and what, you know, I'm going to do regardless type of thing. There's just unnecessary, I think it's like a unnecessary tension, and it doesn't need to go that route. It can just be very loving, and you can just have the conversation. All right, that is all for today. You all have a wonderful, beautiful day, and I hope to be back soon with the video, sooner than later. All right, catch y'all. Bye-bye.